then when I went through last week's thingy, I said that Paul had a small telescope. Oh no, a microscope. So this week, anything's possible. So right, are you all ready? Oh, Jucifer, it's a funny night, but it does get a bit feral. I've got some confessions from people. It's like, I think we've got about 40 confessions, and some of them can be a little bit risque, so buckle up. Oh, thank you. We like the feral round these ways. I am a bit nervous tonight though, guys, so please just bear with me while I get into this. Mr. Gigi's going to turn the music down for me, just in case I might want to put this on the YouTube. Isn't that what you wanted? I don't know. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Maz, thank you for the heart me. Thank you so much. No, they weren't from Cheryl. Cheryl had a week off. Cheryl had a week off. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to get right to it now. I love you, Joe. Thank you so much. Okay, the first one. Are you ready? Oh, Maz, well, we'll know which one's yours. While at school, I ended up slipping over and falling in the bathroom, hitting my mouth on the edge of the toilet seat. I would be devastated if that was me, I'm not going to lie. Because 1, what did you slip over? 2, hitting your mouth on the edge of a toilet seat. It's not the one for me. I don't know who that was, but I'm feeling really bad for you. I hope you're okay. I need more to this story. That was all it was. Oh no. I don't know. Right, second one. Once I climbed a fence and snuck into a Little Mix concert. Well done for you. I don't know how you managed that, but that's hilarious. One Sunday, my in-laws came round for dinner. I was in the kitchen making drinks when they settled in the front room with the hubby. As I walked out with hot tea in my hands, my dog was letting it down the stairs and into the living room with my rabbit clenched firmly between his teeth. Oh no. Oh, when you mean rabbit. When you mean rabbit, you're not talking about the fluffy kind, are you? I've just realised. Buzz, buzz, rabbit, buzz, buzz. Bob! Oh, poor Bob. Yeah, that's mortifying. Oh, no way. Justice for poor Bob. D, was that D? D, was that you? Was it Brian? It could have been. When I was working at someone's house, they wanted various building jobs done to stop the dogs running out. One of the jobs was to build a framed gate behind the garage. I did the bulk of the work, but one of the jobs was to dig a hole and put the gate post in the ground. The top layer was stones, and so I started to dig. Unknown to me, the first hard slam of the shovel cut straight through the main electrical supply to the house. 3 houses. They had to get people out to climb and relay new cable under the ground. Cost the owner hundreds of thousands of pounds, but the owner took the blame as the person who laid the cable only put it just under the surface. I still got paid for my work. Who do you think that was? I know who it was.
I wasn't sure if you'd remember.
I know who that was. Yeah, I remember it. He literally put he just put it straight through the cabling. No, it was not me. Uh-oh, that was an expensive mistake, doll. Number 5. When I had guinea pigs, one of them, while free roaming in my room, literally slipped under the door and ended up finding a vent in the wall and got in between the walls and chewed on some wires, causing the house to need rewiring. Oh, Jesus. Was the guinea pig okay?
Wasn't me.
That was not Mr. Gigi. Do you reckon that was Swoops? That might have been Swoops. Swoops does have guinea pigs. Do you think that was Al? Reality, thank you for the heart, me treasure. Are you okay? Sorry about yesterday. Was it you, Al? Right. After I came out as GAY to my family, my nan asked if I wanted her to bring a woman home from Manchester after a holiday there. Oh, Reality, thank you for the family. What, just pick up a random stranger from Manchester and just bring her home? I think that might have been Joe. Reality, thank you for the Terminator. Thank you so much. Oh, that wasn't you. But who was that? That is hilarious. Oh, Reality, thank you for the perfume. While at school, my Spanish teacher seemed to hate me. Instant detention for just walking into the class, just like everybody else. So in retaliation, I took the language block textbooks and swapped them for every science textbooks. To this day, nobody knows it was me. Who was this? Who's swapping books? Who is swapping the books? Someone's swapping the books. Sounds like it could have been my nan. She did love a drag queen. Joe. I was on a Beano weekend with some friends and we went to a fun fair. We all had been drinking, so we were a little bit squiffy. But 2 of us badly needed a wee. Quite away from us was a skip, so we decided to go behind that as we couldn't find the toilets. Mid-pee, there was a beep, beep, beep where the forklift was moving the skip. We were so invested in the wee to move. I know, the parts of that story, Beano meaning but the forklift moving away the skip, horrific. Can you imagine? I would be devastated. No way. That is so funny. I just am so grateful for these stories that you literally lovingly share with me, regardless of whether I shout at you every day to get your confessions in. I so appreciate this. I love this night. Me and my ex were trying new things out, and we had read about things minty giving the man a different feeling during I'm sorry about my impression. So we had some mint chewing gum, but instead of chewing just one, I had put 4, and he spent the rest of the evening in a cold flannel wrapped around his mouth. No. Did you burn his pee-pee off? No way. Right, note to self. Oh no. Does anyone have a guess of who that was? Oh no, Rafe, did you not wash your hands before you went to the toilet? Oh, that was a rookie mistake. Maz says no to the sausages. That was Kat. Was it Kat? Did Kat Rafe, ouch, I bet you never did that again. It was not from Al, not Cat. Sometimes you'll own up to it. Sometimes. Ah, there's Pam. Shut up, Maz. No, it wasn't. I did. It was more, I feel a burning down there during no. Oh. I don't know if that's worse. I don't know if that's worse. Hi, Pam. Are you okay, my darling? Oh, no. Thank you for the heart, me. You have had dealings with Mint, right? Okay. So it could have been you then. Thank you so much, Pam. I was doing personal care for an elderly gentleman and transferring him into the bed for the night. He had a spot of wind, so done a pad check just to make sure that it was all it was. Oh, it wasn't. Got out of the cleaning gear and started to clean him up. Was a way to grab his oops. Yes, you will. No, it does come quickly. While he was in his side position, I was working from behind him, but it wasn't his stuff at all. He'd only trumped, and I had snatched his bubbles and tried to pull them out. In my defence, oh shit, I can't read that out. It was it wasn't his poo poo. It was his bowels, bubbles,
Baubles.
baubles. I can't say, I don't want to get a nana. Oh, Lord. My middle sister shared a room with me. She would drive me mad as she was scared of the dark. So I always had to put a light on if she needed a pee at bedtime. One night she kept waking me up because she was hearing spooky noises. And she asked me to put the bedroom light on so she could go to the loo. While she was in the loo, I plumped my covers up so it looked like I was in bed and proceeded to lay under her bed. She came back, switched the light off and dashed into the bed, thanking me for leaving the light on. Once I could hear her drifting off, I started making noises. Eventually she woke up. I should add our beds only had about a foot between them. She kept calling my name and eventually I answered her and told her it was nothing. She settled down and I started again. I called out her name in a really deep and shallow voice. She screamed and leapt from her bed into mine, but didn't quite make it as I grabbed her leg. I'd never heard a noise like it. Funny enough, she is still scared of the dark and is now 52. That's evil. I don't know what to say. Who did that? Oh no. Oh God. I was about 14 and one of my so-called friends at school threw a party, invited my friends but not me, and my other friends still went. Her mum was really house proud and always made sure everyone took their shoes off and left them in the porch. The porch was always unlocked, so I took one of each pair of their shoes and hid them around our estate. Much more fun than the party. Pam, was that you? That's something I'd do, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. That is creative. I like that. That really does say F you bishers, doesn't it? If you're new in here and you're witnessing the feral words popping up, we're feral. Just we love to be ferals. So not yet, Joe. I just sent me a fiery bean, Rafe. You could have been arrested for that. That's assault. Oh, God. I once had a boss who did not like that I would always speak up for the underdog. He was actually a very insecure man who did not like being challenged. We never had a very good relationship and he wasn't very nice. So on my last day, I took a little concoction that I had blended. It was made from prawns and onions. I took it into work in a syringe and proceeded to inject all of the soft furnishings in his office. With the delightful aroma of the sea, knowing it would start to stink within a few days, I often wonder how mad it drove him trying to hunt down the source of the stench. You lot are geniuses, evil geniuses, and I'm here for it. You lot are really opening up to this now, and I'm loving it. You think it was cat? Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing already. Right, let me just have a little bit of a poof. I have been known to... Oh, right. I have been known to open box ties in the supermarket and swap the coloured bottles around. Never trust a box tie. Do you lot, if you buy box ties, do you check that the right colour's in the box? That's... Oh, God, the carnage that could create. Do you check your box ties, ladies? Oh, this is why you go to hairdressers. Yeah, make sure you check the box ties. Oh, my God. That is demonic. Imagine having... Oh, bless you. Love you, Cheryl. I hope you have a good night at work, darling. No, don't take any ideas. Cheryl, thank you for the heart me. Oh, no, Lindsay, you haven't. I bet you rocked purple anyway. I bet you rocked purple. Definitely. Definitely. Right, I had a pub crawl in the uni bars and was staying at someone's late grand's house for the night. We went out and had a blast, and full of drink decided a takeaway for home was a plan. Picked up a Chinese and off we went. Fast forward some hours later, I was asleep in the grand's spare bedroom and I woke up, sat bolt upright, and before I could even think, I was going to a vom. I was vom whilst sat in the bed. I was absolutely mortified. I jumped out, put the light on and seen my devastation. So I stripped the bed down, went and woke my pal to tell her I needed to use the washing machine. Down I go to put the balled up bedding in the machine and put a wash on. Went back to the bed with my intention of went back to bed with the intention of hanging it out in the morning. Her gran would never know my shame. But I forgot that grans get up before drunken bums, and she emptied the machine to hang it out. When she did, she didn't bargain on the duvet covers. full of regurgitated Chinese rice going everywhere on her kitchen floor. I had bundled it up so much, the rice just went round the washing machine and didn't escape during the wash. Again, I was effing mortified. The one and only time I've ever done that, and it would be at someone's old, lovely old granny's house. I can just imagine your face. No, Bonnie, you have not. I just imagine the poor old granny's face. Oh, and yours. Alicia, hello, my darling girl. I hope you're all right, my love. I sent you a message on Discord. I don't know if you've got it. Oh, Granny was fuming. I would have been fuming. There's no way I would have been picking that rice up. I would have been making you do it, whoever it was. Oh, no. My kids thought that they'd... Oh, right, this one. My dad thought their dad and granddad, his dad, were part from Pakistan when they were young. Their dad worked outside and was always weather-beaten, tanned, and their granddad was fairly tanned due to overseas living and was remarried to a Lebanese lady. I used to go along with it, much to my warped amusement and their dad's annoyance. They were Scottish and English. You literally lied about their heritage. That is mean. Oh, dear me. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, thank you for the 50k. I wouldn't mind it, but it was my own carpet. Oh, Bonnie. So funny. Right. My first proper relationship was aged 15 to 19. He was a year older than me. I was quite a sheltered teenager, e.g. my parents would allow me Babycham at Christmas but didn't agree with drinking at any other time. Come to this relationship and got going out for meals with his family. His stepdad would buy me a green Monster. If you don't know what that is, it's half a pint of cider and half a pint of lager with a shot of blue something and Midori melon. To say I was pissed is an understatement, and I had to try and sober myself up when I was dropped off. I would try to quietly open the door and magically get up the stairs without being caught. To this day, I don't know how my parents ever knew. I don't know if my parents ever knew this was going on, as I don't remember being caught. Ha 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 ha. We all did that when we were teenagers, right? At my 18th birthday, my parents arranged a lovely get-together at Christmas. Was that you, Tracy? I love that. I love that so much. Oh, God. At my 18th birthday, my parents arranged a lovely get-together at Christmas, at a Christmas event. Yes, I'm a December baby, and people do not understand the frustration when you get joint birthday and Christmas cards. Sorry, going off on a tangent there. So the only things that we could do were Christmas related. I had both sets of family there, as I was still dating my boyfriend at the time, plus my college friends. I was brought quite a few shots by my boyfriend's family, and of course the ritual down it was spoken. Of course I downed it, and said shot then received a verbal bollocking from my mum in front of everybody. I still remember the embarrassment and look of everyone around. Remember, this wasn't a private event, so everyone had heard. I no longer drink shots in front of my parents, and I try my best not to be drunk around them. Aww. Hi, Cezzy. Thank you so much. Thank you for the treasure box. Thank you. Was that you, Tracy? Hi, Cezzy. You okay, my darling? Sorry if I haven't said hello to anybody that's come in the room. I've been busy reading, but love you all. Welcome in. Oh, Tracy. I love you, girl. Oh, no. I was leaving the brewery I worked at during my gap year and was getting ready to move into university halls. My teen threw me a wonderful leaving do where I got incredibly drunk and I was due to move into the halls the next day. My parents picked me up as I staggered to the car. I was asked to stop shouting, as clearly I had had a tremendous time that I needed to vocalise it. I woke up the next day with a bucket next to my bed, feeling awful. I thought I would have a quiet night after moving into the halls, but no, I went out on the rads with my new flatmates and got very squiffy. Perhaps this is why I hardly drink now. Tracy, was this you too? Our girl liked to drink. Yes, it was, Tracy. I love you. You definitely caught up, Trace. I love it because some of you will absolutely just shout, yes, that was me. While everybody else is, yeah, confessions with Tracy. She's taken one for the team because Cheryl isn't participating tonight. Oh, God. Throughout my life, I have been given various nicknames, e.g. Swat, Specky Four Eyes, Blonde, Treacle, Pixie, Naughty, Mod in the Buff. This is our Tracy as well. My favourite nickname is by my dear friend Dan, who is the brother of my college friend Tom. We would go out quite often drinking after my shift in the pub, and I would end up crashing on their sofa. My nickname is Mistress of the Half Pint Shamble. Hopefully you will understand what this means. If not, it's because I got drunk drinking a half a pint of lager. I don't drink much and not very often. That's why I've not tried buzzballs, and I love this nickname. Hi Lula Bella, are you alright, my darling? Tracy, this is why Tracy's not drank a buzzball, because she's half a pint shambles. Elle, thank you for the heart, me. I love you. Thank you so much. Oh, good Lulabella. I'm glad you're okay, my darling. Thank you for the heart, me, Lulabella. One night, 4 a.m. Oh, no worries. One night at 4 a.m, after a very drunken night, me and 4 of my friends were walking to the all-night cafe. En route to my friend was explaining the first time her and her girlfriend got schmackschwal, and as she described her pumping in her face. All of a sudden, a police officer popped over the wall. Excuse me, ladies. As I'm sure your story is highly entertaining, I don't think we all need to hear it at 4 a.m. I proceeded to say, sorry, officer. But after I said, have you ever done that with your partner? To which my friend pulled me away laughing. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll still be here, Cheryl. Love you. They must have found that funny though, right? Were they grumpy policemen? Were they grumpy? That was Joe. Joe, by the way, was the friend, not. I think it was that way round. I don't think Joe was doing the pumping. Oh, God. On a night out in central London for my friend's birthday, me and one of my friends had gone to the smoking area and the bouncer started talking to me. Next thing, these 2 girls turned to me and asked if I worked there. I turned around and said, you know what, the next time I go out, I'm going to look at this outfit and go, no, you can't wear that because you look like you work there, and smiled at the girl. What I didn't know, I didn't know what to do, so started to say, no, you look like someone important. So I said, okay, you have upgraded me to security, and laughed. My friend told me off and I had to say I was joking. She didn't know where to look. Oh, God. Hi, Rach. Joe, your security guard. Oh, God. Me and my fam would go on trips to Blackpool, and the first stop would always be the joke shop. One weekend it was a group, and me and my aunt went to purchase a dog lead for an invisible dog. My aunt went outside with it and asked Fred to mind her dog. He was outside for 30 minutes before he came in, and I thought he was going to shout, and instead he said, "Bloody dog didn't want to do anything." We were all crying with laughter. That is funny. As if he stood out there for half an hour. Mind you, I bet he didn't want to come in the shop. Oh, God. One day I went out and had a wander around some shops. Someone had dropped a note and I picked it up and I went to the person to give it to them. I got "thanks very much" and I said "you're welcome." I don't know what the rest of that is. Is there any more to that story? Because I didn't get that bit. Thank you, Bonnie, for the roses. Thank you so much. Who did that story? Is anyone here? You have to tell me, not you. I want to know the rest of it. I want to know. Right. I'm not made for winter or summer. I don't like it. It's too hot or cold, and I'm made for spring and autumn. All things spook, such as Halloween. Spring reminds me of chocolate and Easter eggs and fluffy bunnies and little lambs. You know me, Gigi, right? I'm an angel without the wings. Turning me feral would be a total disaster in the making. My head's never in the right mode when I'm in this room, but I would change it. I would absolutely not. I love that. I think this is Sarah. I think this is our resident angel, who is just a queen, and I absolutely adore her. She is completely angel, and she probably doesn't have a confession because she's the sweetest soul, and I love that. I just love it. I love you, Sarah, if you're still here. I don't know if you are. Ah, yeah, it's you, Sarah. I knew it was you. I love you, Sarah. On my first holiday abroad, we decided to go to a zoo with a water park next door. I'm not a confident swimmer at all. Looking at the big water slides, finally decided to go on the rapids. After all, you're sat on a rubber ring. What could go wrong? Well, I fell off the ring and I was panicking as everyone's rings were banging me and pushing me under the water. I seriously thought I was going to be drowned. The hot Spanish lifeguard jumped in to save me and pull me out. Me ever so grateful till I looked down and one of my boobs was hanging out of my bikini top. We will ignore the banging rings and focus mostly on the fact that her left boob was on show. I know who wrote that and I won't embarrass you, but that was really funny. Oh, okay, sorry, Pam is our other angel. But Angel Pam. The Great Boob Escape. Oh, flipping hell. Right. Ellie, thank you for the roses. Me and my partner had planned a lovely walk at Hardcastle Crugs, where Sharp was filmed. Beautiful place. My partner said, "Shall we walk down by the stream?" So as we was walking down, a collie dog appeared from nowhere and started barking, which now I believe that the dog was warning us. So as we reached the stream and wandered on, I suddenly started sinking and I started to panic. I can be a bit over dramatic at times. Screaming the ground. Sorry, hold on. Screaming the ground is eating me, along with help. Trying to run out of these swamps. My partner is trying to calm me down. Grabbed my hand. I pulled him over. Laughed my ass off. For F's sake, Susie, calm down. I've got this. So he's like, "I'll go first, find the safe spots, and then you follow me." okay, he did get us to the out of the bogs, but oh my God, I was so disappointed nobody came to the rescue. Susie, you put your name in that, girl. I can't hide that was you. That is feckin' hilarious. And the way you wrote it, I can envision it happening. Like, I can see that in my mind, and it is flipping. Oh my God. Do you laugh about it now? Oh no, she got stuck in the mud. Right. When I was 14, my auntie and her friend were having a girls' night with me. Oh, are you still with him? Well, you had to. He pulled you out. He saved your life. I was 14. My auntie and her friend were having a girls' night with me. During the evening, we decided my friend had to join, so I bundled her into the car in our PJs in December to go over to my bestie's house to convince her dad that he should let her come and join the fun. Halfway through the evening, I thought it would be a funny idea to get my nan's mini glass painted eggs and replace them with hard-boiled eggs painted with nail varnish to see if it would be noticed. Roll on 4 hours later, and a drunken nan and grandad come home, wanted a fried egg sandwich. I'm wondering where all their 12 eggs had disappeared to. Then come into the living room, and I just hear my nan shout out my auntie's name with the words, "I'm gonna bloody Lilu." My granddad had an egg sandwiches for the next few days. Priceless. When I was younger, the house I lived in was handcrafted and had these shelves that looked like you could climb them, even though I had been told not to. And one of the shelves was filled with crystal glasses and the ship in the bottle that was the centre stage. Me, one day, jumping on the chair, decided to see how high I could jump. Halfway, and knowing I shouldn't be doing it, my name was called and I jumped out of my skin. My arm went flying into the shelf with all of the crystal, and all of a sudden the ship in a bottle smashes to the ground, and I turn around to find a very angry nan who shouted, but because I was honest, decided to take the blame. So until this day, she took the blame for me and the cost. Oh, bless your nan. That is lush. I once tried to tie an electric fence together. Oh, right, this is my one. I once tried to tie an electric fence together without turning the electric off. I got a massive shock, tripped over a twig, fell uphill into a load of stinging nettles, and dislocated my elbow. And to add insult to injury, continued to get an electric shock off the fence that I had landed on. It hurt a lot. I know. There's more to that story, but I won't bore you. I know. It's only me. I'm the most accident-prone person in the whole wide world. When I was on holiday abroad, I hung around with the owner's son, and one night when I went to go and see him, I leant down on the handle too hard and accidentally broke it. I spent the rest of the holiday avoiding him, worried he would know it was me. Oh no, it was shocking. Thanks for that, Rafe. Oh God. For the first time in a very long time, I feel like I'm part of the kindest, most caring family, and that is all down to you, my lovely. Keep shining bright, but we'll still always remember the time you got caught, Cam2 and DG. Love you, girl. Oh, thank you. When I was younger, I was with someone older, and it didn't matter what I did, they wouldn't leave. And then I was told the only way that they would leave is if I cut my hair or got a lip or eyebrow piercing. I did all three and it didn't work, and I looked like a boy for 3 years. Never again. I worked with an ex and we snuck off and had some alone time in the disabled toilets. I thought we got away with it until my friend asked me why I'd changed my pants, so I had to lie and say I shit myself. Oh no. Oh, I know, it is really sweet. Oh God. Dear God. Was that you, Maz? Oh no. Some religious people once a week used to knock on our door, and at this point I'd get sick of it, so I decided to answer the door in just my underwear. I never saw them again. I wouldn't ever do that, but I wish I could. Oh no. That is hilariously funny. Jesus. When I was in college, my ex at the time was staying over. With it being 1 a.m, I thought it was safe to bump nasties until I heard my bedroom door open and my brother came in to get a towel out of the cupboard, and we had to lie on top of each other in silence, holding our breath until he left. Thankfully, to this day, he's none the wiser. Oh no. Oh, that's funny. Oh God. Mass. That is really bad. Bonnie! Bonnie, no. Oh, God, I don't know what to say. Between you and Mass. Oh no. Oh God. Lindsay.
What was that?
Oh God. Lindsay's laughing because of the gasp I just made when I just read something. Oh God. Right. Right. Okay. When I was in college, I was sleeping with one of my friends who had a boyfriend. One day he was in spoons with my bestie, who knew at the time that, and the lad was slating me. So my friend turned around to him and said he needed to be quiet and he's just jealous that I'd slept with her and he was still a virgin. It was safe to say that it wasn't a secret after that. Maz. One day Maz is going to shock us, you know, and write something that we don't guess it's her. Oh God, I love it. One of my ex's mums read a message on her phone from me, talking about how I'd had an all-you-can-eat buffet in their kitchen. Oh God, while they'd been away. Let's just say I wasn't allowed round the house again, and I was called a bad influence for leading their only Christian daughter astray. When on holiday abroad, I hung... Oh God. That is definitely Mazza. There was 2 in 1 there. All you can eat buffet. Oh no. Jesus. When I was younger, I had an ex to stay and she left a few days later. Once she'd gone, my mum said to me about how I needed to stop having the TV on so loud of a night time because I kept waking her up. I was puzzled what TV show, and then the penny dropped. It wasn't the TV, it was actually my noisy ex-girlfriend.
Maz.
Can we have hands up if that was Maz? Even Mr. Gigi said that's Maz. Hands up for Maz. Did she? Oh God, I love you. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Rafe's like, yeah, that was Maz. Lou's just grassed on her. That was totally Maz. Years ago, I was seeing a girl and I'd been to see her, etc. Was going great until she asked where I lived, and that's when I found out it's my neighbour's daughter. The neighbours who didn't like me as it was for being gay. Oh, gay, G-A-Y. Then to add salt to the wound, a few years later I ended up working with her wife, and it was an awkward chat when you both know you've both eaten the same Taco Tuesday. Rafe's already putting his hand up. Oh my God, Maz. Oh, Maz. Oh, God, Maz. Oh, God, Maz. Oh, no. Right. Oh, God. This is the last one, actually, and it's funny. Our next door neighbour have been driving us crazy for years now, and we had just had our fences fixed in the back garden. Their kids kicked a football so hard that it broke a hole in the new fence. To get back at them, my husband, after a few drinks, had decided to wee through the hole in the fence 3 separate occasions all over their nice AstroTurf. And I'm here for that kind of pettiness. I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie. I am totally here for it. Oh, I'm so down for somebody peeing and turning their grass a horrible colour. Oh my God. Right, I have had an absolute blast. My stomach is absolutely killing. I have loved every single one of your confessions this week. Thank you so much, everybody. The boxes are open if anyone wants to jump in. You can come in and join, chat about your funnies. Oh, Lulabella, honestly, they just, every time they get a little bit more funny.